Hello everybody, this is John from John's Home Restaurant and Tavern. What I've got here is a 3-pound piece of beef brisket. I'm fixing to, I've already got it seasoned with my favorite brisket rub. If you're gonna do this recipe, use whatever you like to season the brisket with. But I'm gonna smoke it today until it reaches 165 degrees. Then I'll wrap it in heavy-duty aluminum foil and finish it till it comes up to about 205, 208 degrees. And we'll let it rest for an hour or two. And then I'm going to cut it in half and make brisket steaks, which I'll actually grill it. We're fixing to go put it on the smoker now. And when we get done with everything, we'll come back. All right, we've got our brisket on the smoker, and that's just a waiting game till it comes to the right temperature, and later on we'll come back and show you what it's looking like. All right, everybody, the brisket has reached 165 degrees on the smoker, so I've taken it off and fixing to wrap it in foil and put it in the oven on 225 until we reach an internal temperature of the brisket of about 205 degrees. And by the way, this brisket piece came from 64 Beef here in Savannah, Tennessee. Great people to deal with. They have lots of choices of beef. And if you've never had local grown grass-fed beef, if you ever get an opportunity to give it a try, this is some really good stuff. We'll be back when we take it out. All right. The brisket piece has come out of the oven. It was in there until it reached a temperature of 205 degrees. I pulled it off, let it cool for an hour and a half, and I'm just going to put it in the refrigerator now. And it will chill till tomorrow. And then tomorrow evening I'm going to trim it, cut it into steaks, and cook the steaks on the grill. All right, our brisket been in the refrigerator since yesterday evening. Getting cool, so now I'm going to take it out and we'll trim it up and kind of square it off. And then I can cut steaks out of it, because we're going to have the steaks tonight for supper. So I'm getting all the cold fat off of it right now. All right, so what I want to do now is I just want to kind of square this up a little bit so I can get the steaks out of it. Right like that right there, so that side.
Yeah, looks good.
And then okay. And now I'm going to slice it down the middle. So we're going to end up with 2 steaks. There you go. I'll trim some of this fat off here. That's going to be 1 steak. So there you have it. We're going to have these 2 steaks. I'll let these come to room temperature before I put them on the grill. And we'll have the grill extremely hot. I'll have some flavored butter that I make with some thyme, a little dash of salt. But that's what it is. And it's really good. And this stuff here, we'll just cut it up and just eat it as treats.
All right.
I'm not, okay. before we put our steaks on, I'm going to get our sides cooking. These are potatoes that I had parboiled, and I'm going to brown them now. I've also steamed carrots and broccoli in the microwave, and when these come up, I'm going to put these in and kind of saute those, get a little char, a little browning on those. But I want to do the potatoes separate, so we're going to do the side, then I'll start on the steaks on the grill. And these are the brisket steaks. That's the seasoned butter I did with a little salt, a little pepper, a little bit of thyme, and a little bit of sage.
Okay.
We've got our potatoes browned off, so I'm going to take these up. And now, the carrots and the broccoli that I steamed earlier in the microwave are going to go in. We'll kind of give these a toss, get a little char on them, and a little salt. Pepper. This is all the seasoning we're going to use on those. We're searing this on a medium-high heat, so we're starting to get a little char on some carrots there. Okay, our vegetables are sauteed, and what I used to saute it in was bacon grease. I'm going to add the potatoes back in it. Give it a toss. A little more touch of salt, a little more dash of pepper. We're going to cut that off, move it off the heat, I'll put a lid on it. Now I'm going to go clean my grill and get it ready. I've got it heated up, so I just have to get the grates clean. What we're going to do now, we're going to brush this side of the steak with the seasoned butter, melted butter that I have. And when you do this butter, it's really best if you have the fresh thyme and the fresh sage, but I didn't have the fresh at this time, so this I used the dried. All right, so you want to put these steaks with the butter side down. And we'll let those go for about 2-3 minutes on that side. And then we will change the angle of them. We're going to brush this side with the seasoned butter. And be pretty liberal with it. It's fine.
You didn't have too much butter.
No. Okay, now we'll flip these over. Let that go for a couple of minutes. Then we will change the angle about 40 degrees, 45 degrees. All right, we're fixing to pull these up. Now remember folks, these are already done and nice and tender. Look at those marks on there. Is that not pretty? Turn the grill off here, get my gas turned off. All right, so we're done. We've got the potatoes, carrots, our side dishes ready with the broccoli. This is boudin, Zumo's boudin that we buy and we smoke it. This is the brisket steak, and it is so tender. And you got that butter. The leftover butter we poured over our vegetables. That is so good. If you ever have any leftover brisket, these steaks, you cut it off the point end of the brisket. Really, really something unique and really good. And I'd like to thank 64 Beef in Savannah, Tennessee. It's where I got this brisket at. Very good. There's nothing like local raised grass-fed beef. So if you ever get a chance to get a hold of some of it, you'll enjoy it. And we appreciate y'all watching. Please hit like and subscribe, and y'all have a good evening. And we'll see you next time.